Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this tutorial, we are creating a to-do list with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Let me show you guys a quick demo over here. Let's say if I just enter coding and if I just press enter, we can see we have a new task with coding listed down over here. And here's also a delete icon to remove the task. Let's say if I just want to remove the reading task, and this button, this icon is being clicked, the reading is removed, and we can also remove the coding as well. And let's say if I just enter a new task, programming, and we can see the programming is added inside our list. So now let's get started to build this project. Alright, so to get started with, I've linked through the Bootstrap CDN, Font Awesome CDN, CSS file, and the JavaScript file. And now I'll create a class name of container. Inside our container, we have a header. Sorry, we just have a header element. And inside our header element, we have a class name of text center, which is this text center is the the bootstrap to make it center. And I'm just giving my 4. So inside here we have a heading 1. I'm just giving a class name of mb/4 with to-do list. And we can see we have a to-do list with center. Next is to create a form. And I'll remove the action, giving a class name of add text, and I want to set it to center and my form. Inside our form, I'm just giving a label, and I'll remove the for attribute. Inside our label, we have just a label text, enter a task. We can see we have enter a task over here. Next is to create the input type, text. Let me just remove the ID attribute, giving a class name of form control, and just giving an auto. So what we can see that okay, we have a nice layout. Next is to create the the unordered list, and I'm giving a class name inside the UL tag. Just giving a class list of group and to-dos and mx to auto text to like, just like this. And next is to create list item, giving a class name of list group item, and I'm just giving a display flex, justify to content, and just giving between align items center, just like this. So we're just giving a spam over here, which is the reading. And next, giving a icon class fa trash as the delete icon. Delete and just save it. And then just let me check. Alright, so we've done for our HTML, HTML page. So we can go for our CSS file and to select the body tag and set the height to 100 word height. And we can just giving a background color, which is using linear gradient. Just giving an angle to right and hashtag 4855663, the color code. So next, the color code is hashtag 29323C. I save it, and here's the color code. And next, just let me okay, next is to style the container, okay, which is this container, and we can just giving a max width to 500 pixels. Okay, giving a position to absolute and top to 50%, left to 50%. Since we want to make it as center, so we can just using the transform translate negative 50%, negative 50%. Therefore, we'll move to center it, and we can just giving a border to 1 pixels. Sorry, as the column, 1 pixel solid white, and just giving a padding so that for the sides, just with the space, some of the padding space, and we can giving a background color, hashtag FAFA. Last is the box shadow, RGBA. So for the red color, we can go for 0, and the green 0, blue go for 0, and the alpha 0.35, 0 pixels, 5 pixels, and 50 pixels. There you go. And next is to style the input field, and then just like this. So we can just giving a text align to center. So this input field is actually coming from okay, so just set as text align to center. So next we can to grab through the input type of text. So we have to giving a equal and the double quote as text, and this input type, okay, just grab through the input type text and a curly braces. So we can set to color, tag FFF, and it's giving a border none, and the background color, hashtag 4A5563, and max width set to 400 pixels. And next is the to-do. Inside the to-dos, the class name, the list item. So we can check over here, which is this unordered list. Inside of this list item, we're going to style to set the background color to hashtag FFF. And next is to set the color to black. Font wise, we can set to bold. Now we can see the readings become bold. And last is the icon, the delete icon. And when your mouse, your mouse is hover the icon, you can just giving cursor pointer and just giving the color as red color. So this is how the CSS works. So now we can move to our JavaScript part. Okay, so first of all, we have to get through all the class name from the HTML class name. So we can just using the query selector from the class name of 8 and the const list document query selector from the to-dos. So this add is getting from name of add. So we have to just giving a input name as add. Since we want to getting the data, whatever the user enter the data, we have to passing through the JavaScript. So therefore we have to use query selector to query to select the class name of add. Okay, so just try over there. And sorry, this form, I think that is actually getting from this form of the class name, not getting from this input name. So next is to adding the event listener. So whenever this form, okay, which is this input form at EventListener is being submitted, and we can just pass by the parameter as e and e dot prevent default. So whatever the form is being submitted, we just set as prevent default, and we can just create a const to do equals to the f form, which is the font class of the name, dot add, which is the input name getting from this name, and dot value, and we can using the function which is trim. So this function is to remove the white space, therefore we're getting a a true value from the user. So next we can using if else to check whether the user enter the empty value or the values exist or not. So we can just using to do length, if it's not, goes to 0, which is yes, the user is enter something inside the input type of these boxes. And we can just calling of functions, which is generate template, but these functions haven't created yet, and we also can pass by this value to pass by this function to the parameter. And after calling the functions, which is this form, we can just reset the value, else the user he didn't key in anything and he just submit the form, we can just alert an error message, please input task. So just like this. And now let's go ahead to check. If I just empty value and I click enter, sorry, since we haven't created the function yet, so let me just go ahead to create the functions, generate template. Sorry, so this case we are using the exx functions, so we can just using const create this function name of bracket to do. So this is exx, okay, which is a very powerful exx JavaScript to speed up your the coding your times. So const of HTML, and we can just using the template retriever, which is the exx, and so this will access the strings value. And then let me just giving a list of class equals to double quote okay, we just leave it single quote, so list group of item and the flex just define, and just make it to next line content between and align items center. So all of these class attributes actually coming from the Bootstrap, so it's very advanced. Okay, Bootstrap is the CSS framework. And next then giving the arrow the close tag. Okay, so what you can see that we have a list over here. So inside our list we can just create a spam. Okay, so inside our spam we can just pass by, okay, using the dollar signs and the curly braces to pass by the parameter, which is this to do getting from this value. And next we can create the icon, which is the delete icon, goes to fa trash delete, sorry, o delete, just like this. And just giving a so next is the list in a HTML equals times plus and equals to HTML. So now let's go ahead to check. If I just leave it empty, it's not gonna be work. So I'm gonna check back what's the error coming from. All right, so let's go back and You can see that, okay, we can just remove the task over here. Sorry, we haven't generate the delete function yet. So now let me just, adding a new task as programming. So if this form is being submitted, if I just press the enter keyword, the keyboard, enter keyboard, the new task is added inside here. So if I just leave it empty and I press enter, well, we can see that please input task. We have an error message over here. And next, okay, last is to create the remove function. So add EventListener is being clicked, goes to E. So this list, okay, which is, this unordered list is being clicked, and we can just, if E dot target dot of the class list is contains the class name of delete. If it's yes, it includes the delete of the class name. We can just e dot target dot the parent element dot remove. So it will check if this programming list is includes the contents, the class name of delete. So what we can see that we have a class name of delete. Yes, it's true, and this parent element will be removed. So let me just try it and just refresh this. If I just enter new task as coding, let me just remove it. Now we can see that the coding is removed, and if I just want to remove the reading, now we can see that's being removed. So in the new task study, sleeping, and just remove it. Now it's working. So thanks for watching this how to make a to-do list app with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So I see you guys in the next JavaScript project.